Lightning Lane, oh Lightning Lane, how expensive art thou, oh Lightning Lane? Well, pretty darn expensive if you're paying for the Premier Pass, and Disney is very happy to ask you to do so because it's selling out, in spite of the fact that now they're being called out, because it turns out it doesn't buy you hardly anything, especially in one park. Today, we'll explain to you how Disney is hosing those going to Walt Disney World without a clue, but a bank account worth more than a few. Hello folks, welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we continue to put the magnifying lens on the poor Walt Disney Company and Bob Iger and everybody else involved in selling out the long term for the short term as we assess. Today we're going to take you over to a website that we just love. It's the Disney Tourist Blog, and another fantastic piece of analysis that it turns out people are paying a huge amount of money and all they get really is clout, an inner feeling that they've spent well when perhaps that's not the case at all. We'll help you out avoiding this pitfall when you go to Disney. Folks, click the like button, and here we go. Out of Disney Tourist Blog, the Walt Disney Company, at the same time that their Disney parks are suffering, at the same time that ceilings are collapsing inside attractions and the place smells like sewage, they're making decisions that fans hate and don't want. Well, they're hosing those of you who don't know better, and we'll show it to you. This is by the illustrious and wonderful Tom Bricker over at Disney Tourist Blog, and Tom is phenomenal at what he does. Highly recommend the website, folks. Go check it out. Don't fall for fear of missing out with Lightning Lane Premier Pass at Disney World. Well, what's this talking about? It says Lightning Lane Premier Pass has started selling out during off-peak dates at Walt Disney World, likely due to the removal of resort restrictions on its purchase. This covers why you shouldn't fall for FOMO with the expensive upcharge line-skipping service at Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, or Animal Kingdom. Now, before we go any further, Ron, Lorena, could you two explain what is Lightning Lane Premier Pass?
It is it's basically the same thing as Epic Universe's pass. So with Lightning Lane Premier Pass, you can for a very pretty decent amount of money. So let's give you an example. At Magic Kingdom, it goes up to $450 per person per day for this pass. That is above and beyond what you paid for your ticket to get into the park. So if you pay for that, then you get access one time to each Lightning Lane or front of the line pass, if you will, at every single ride or attraction that it's available. But again, it's only one time, but with the Premier Pass, unlike the Lightning Lane Multi-Pass, not to get completely convoluted with all the names, with the multi-pass, you have to select during the day which thing might be available, and with the Premier Pass, you don't have to do that. So with the multi-pass, you're on your phone. With the Premier Pass, you're not on your phone, but you are still getting into the same lines as the people who paid literally 10 times less to buy the multi-pass, which used to be called Genie Plus, which has been rebranded from what used to be Fast Pass, which was free. Did that make any sense?
No, absolutely. So they're charging $400 a day for every single person who wants to be able to have what was once upon a time, like 4 years ago, free. Is that about get it?
Yes, that is about right. And there's nothing like standing in that long, huge line that you paid 4 times the amount of money to get into, and the standby line is moving faster, or it's non-existent.
So Mr. Bricker over here says the whole point of Lightning Lane Premier Pass is to streamline things. Unlike the other versions, Premier Pass is not convoluted or confusing. It's all about removing the friction introduced by the other line skipping options. In other words, folks, they took away the free thing that was simple. They introduced complex things that had a cost. Now they're introducing back to simple, but it's crazy expensive to the point that you've got to be really rich to be able to use it. It's a brilliantly devious decision on Disney's part and a classic tale of an arsonist turned firefighter. You've almost got to hand it to Disney. They created this problem and are now selling the solution at an even higher price point. Man, I love this article. The precise point of Lightning Lane Premier Pass is simplifying the line skipping experience. The allure is you don't need to read or learn anything. You just get to do it, okay? So how much are we talking? Well, at Disney's Animal Kingdom, it's $120 to $200 per person plus tax. At Epcot, it's $170 to $250 plus tax. Hollywood Studios, it's $270 to $350 plus tax. And at Magic Kingdom, you're going to pay minimum $320 up to $450 per person plus tax. Now, the prices are many orders of magnitude higher than multi-pass, and consequently, the actual audience for Lightning Lane Premier Pass, hey, website, stay still, is exceedingly limited. It's my understanding, that being Mr. Bricker, that fewer than 1% of all guests have been purchasing this uber expensive offering that once upon a time was free to everyone 4 years ago. That number is higher when crowds are higher, especially at Magic Kingdom and Disney's Hollywood Studios, but it's still only around 2% of all guests. Sales are lowest at Epcot and Animal Kingdom, demonstrating that maybe guests have some sense after all. Now, what this goes on to say, essentially, is that they are selling out despite the fact that you get almost nothing for this. And in the article, it even goes on to say that Animal Kingdom, like you're just being ripped off. There's no gain whatsoever. It goes on to say that you're spending something like $70 per attraction sometimes on these things. So the only people who should be getting the Premier Pass are individuals who have such income that money is never an issue ever, and they don't need to know the details of whether they're being ripped off because they just don't care because they have so many resources that it's beneath them to care. Because this service, again, basically gives you what you can already get for free what you can get for much, much less, maybe $15 per purchase of a Lightning Lane, Skip the Lane pass on the premier attractions. Like, you're paying so much more. And all you're getting is the ability to say, well, I don't have to check it. I'll just go up there and skip the line. And yet, folks, from a business standpoint, it's selling out.
Yeah.
So this is where I have to say, guys, from a Disney long-term quality standpoint, ripping people off sucks. From a short-term, hey, Bob Iger, how do I get out of the door without being blamed for anything? From that strategy, this ain't bad. But, of course, you know which way I lean as to which one is better for the business. Jonas, what do you think?
I think that Lightning Lane Premier Pass is better for the business and could, if they play this correctly, could be better for all guests. So,
if they just gave it to all guests, maybe.
No, I think that if they got rid of the Lightning Lane multi-pass that's below this could actually be really good for all guests, because we've noted for many years, no skip the line option is actually good for parks at this point, but it's financially irresponsible for them to say that they would get rid of skip the line functions just so they can get people going through rides quicker. At Universal Studios, the skip the line there is Universal Express Pass, and there's an Express Pass Unlimited. It is always priced more than $100, and it doesn't affect regular guests. With this one, they have multi-pass at $35. So before Premier Pass, we would say that it's priced low enough that you feel stupid not for buying it, but it's popular enough that you feel stupid for buying it. So if they got rid of multi-pass and only kept Premier Pass, it could get back to that point at which it's super expensive. Not everybody buys it, and so it doesn't affect the everyday guest. Really, when it comes down to it, the everyday guest is affected by Lightning Lane, whether or not they buy it. And that's why it's a bad service for all guests. So if they got rid of multi-pass, I think it would actually, and they shifted to this Premier Pass thing and kept it ridiculously priced, then I actually think that would be a good thing for the parks at this point.
So I agree with Jonas. I just want to say I agree with Jonas on that 100%. Get rid of the multi-pass, but also on just on branding alone, then they only have to call it Lightning Lane Pass, because it is so confusing and so convoluted as to what people are buying when you have. It's all called Lightning Lane now, but what's the multi? What's the premier? What's the single? What's this? What's that? The other, and the other thing is, of course, if you're a regular guest and you know this, you would understand it's not needed. I got on Spaceship Earth the other day, 25-minute posted wait time. I was on a live stream when I did this, so it's recorded. And I had people in the chat. I said, time me how long this actually takes me to get on the ride. 25-minute posted wait time, 9 minutes to actually get on. Because
that's one of the big problems here, is that Disney is incentivized to have those numbers be really big. Makes you feel like when you skip it that you really achieve something. Take a look at this, though. If you upgrade to the Premier, which is $300, $400 per person in your party per day, So we're talking about people spending, plus the regular tickets, you're talking about people spending $2,000 a day for a family of 4 to be at Disney World. We're ludicrous levels, right? Here's what you gained. At Magic Kingdom, you just guaranteed that you're actually going to get to skip the line at Peter Pan's Flight, Jungle Cruise, and Winnie the Pooh. At Epcot, you guaranteed that you're going to skip Frozen Ever After. At Disney's Hollywood Studios, you guaranteed you're going to skip Rock and Roller Coaster, Alien Swirling Saucers, which is not worth riding in the first place.
Oh, no.
And maybe Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And Animal Kingdom, you gained literally nothing. And this is where we say, and I think we can say it appropriately because we're basing this on what Tom Bricker's saying. This is where I'm saying, like, no matter your thoughts on this, even if you think it's a good thing, bad thing, whatever you think, if you buy this at Animal Kingdom, you're just getting hosed. At Animal Kingdom, you spent $200 and you gained nothing. Nothing. So,
and that's at the lowest price that Lightning Lane gets at Walt Disney World Resort.
so there you go. Nothing. So I don't know what to call that except hosing the people who just don't know better. And maybe this video will be able, and maybe Tom Bricker's article will be able to help those of you out there who are considering, buying this thing in Animal Kingdom because you just don't want to be hassled. And it's like, well, here's a hassle for you. This thing's a hustle.
Yep.
Anyway.
There's so many good ways around it too. There's lots of blogs, lots of strategies on how to get on these rides without even having to worry about that. I can't go into it now, but it's all out there. It's all out there. There are
cheapest way to do it is to go to Universal.
There you go. Go to Universal and enjoy yourself 1,000 times more.
Or you could go to Dollywood and have the most amazing experience of your life for about 25% of how much it would cost. Like, seriously, guys, if you're out there and you only go to Disney parks, I'm not saying that Dollywood and Disney are the same thing. I'm not that crazy to say that. But for dollar, Dollywood, you could probably have just as much fun with your kids for not much money. And also, they've got the cinnamon bread. Always have to point that out.
And it's French toast, and you know it. Try this on, Jonas. Hollywood Studios, we've looked at this. It's got like 10 attractions total.
Yep.
Animal Kingdom has single-digit attractions, and they're going to close stuff in the summer. Epcot has single-digit attractions. All right? We're not counting meet and greets. You don't get to count those. Dollywood has over 60 attractions.
Yep.
This is the problem Disney has. They have literally subsidized their all of their businesses through the parks, and they didn't care about their parks to the point now that we can sit here and with confidence say to everybody out there, Dollywood's better.
It is.
I get the Magic Kingdom experience of walking down Main Street matters. Dollywood's better than Epcot. Dollywood's better than Hollywood Studios. Dollywood's better than Animal Kingdom. And I can't wait for Epic Universe. I can't wait for it. The Disney park experience was so different 15 years ago. It was so much better. Don't go based on your memories of 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You're going to be disappointed.
If you're going off your memories from 15 years ago, go to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure.
And go to Epic Universe if you can make it, because seeing Epic Universe in person, that vibe that you would get when you would first enter the Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see Main Street USA, and then you look down and you see the castle at Epic Universe. It's like you go through that portal and you just see Celestial Park, which looks like something out of like Greek mythology. Just how beautiful it is. And then you see Helios Hotel, which looks like a work of art instead of, a hotel, and just how amazing everything looks. It's like, this can't be real, can it? But yet it's real. And that's what the Magic Kingdom used to look like. And I love the Magic Kingdom because 4 generations of my family have gone through it, but it's not how it used to be. It's not kept up how it used to be. And going to
Lorena,
Universal. Yeah.
Lorena, get excited because, folks, didn't think I would say this yet, but I'm going to say it because it fits the moment. When Epic Universe gets ready to launch, let's just say that you might want to be thinking about Zelda. We'll leave it there. All right, Jonas. Super chat time. And yet again, folks, we have come to the end. But what a video it has been, and we hope you agree. Folks, if you had a good time with us, consider clicking that like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment right on down below. We care about your thoughts. Folks, we also want to invite you to partake in thatparkplace.com. Of course, www. You get the idea. Thatparkplace.com. It is the website telling the truth, and it is a rising star across the web for pop culture news coverage and analysis. Go over there and bookmark it today. Folks, we're bookmarking you as a great guest that we appreciate. Until the next time we have the honor of spending time with you, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, folks, you better believe it, keep having fun.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun. Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.